Hello everyone. Crypto has its own work week. As we've discovered here, it is Thursday night into Monday morning as the working weekend. And the other days, we pretty much know with Tuesday afternoons are starting to act as a hump day, so to speak, as we say here, sort of like midweek. So what we're going to do is discuss a topic today that should be on everyone's mind. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, the 29th of July, 2025. And yes, I flubbed yesterday's date because I'm working so much. In any case, good morning. Now, as I discussed in that lead in there, we're in Tuesday. It's sort of like hump day because we have a crypto week that we follow. And ever notice that? Even on weekends, you're checking your phone and stuff. Because it's once you're really into crypto, even a little, you start to follow a certain vibe. So that's why I brought that up. Now, one of the things I like to talk about, because everyone forgets about it, and as you see with the rah-rah channels, everyone just says, crypto go up. Man, the rah-rah channels are really looking for content. Even some of my regulars, they're kind of like getting to the line of, oh, I gotta make content. I totally get it. I really do, because sometimes I struggle, like, what am I gonna talk about? But let's talk about something of extreme pertinence to what we are doing. We are jumping classes, like social class, financial class, and see, I always see, shout out to my mom, when she had me in my formative years, just to herself, she really taught me a lot. And one of the things is, don't believe all this warfare stuff. The only warfare, and I'm not saying you actually said this, but I'm paraphrasing what I learned from you, is that it's more of a class warfare. And I could build on that, but now, what is the point of me bringing that up? It's simply this. You got bad people in the upper classes who want to keep you down. One of the tools they want to use is tech. Tech is a great tool. It can be used in many ways. And it depends whose hand it's in. Now, you have some very cool upper class people, what we commonly around here call old money. However, their population is dwindling. My presumption is, thank you both, nice people. My presumption is that not everyone holds on to their money well, especially in inflationary times. So, to get back to the point, technology is being utilized against you. My focus today is on privacy and tech. And people say, privacy. Some of the people who watch probably just shut it off. But if you're still here, just type the word privacy in, if you would. And this way I know you're still sticking around after 3 minutes, 4 minutes now. But my point is this. What we have in Tech Lore, shout out to Tech Lore, I put his videos, 2 of his latest videos on the community page. The UK is now doing this age verification thing. And I forgot his first name, but we'll just call him Tech Lore right now. Tech Lore brought up some very good points. 9/11, it was terrorism. Terrorism. Then it became the money laundering for the terrorists. Then it was this, the drug dealers, on and on and on. These people use cash, they use gold, they ship it around the world, they have their own systems. They don't really use crypto, and if they do, they get caught. So all that is balderdash. Now, they are selling out child protection, and that's great. We need to protect the children. But I don't think that that's the real reason. I could be wrong. There could be a shred of decency in these people, but no, I don't think so. The idea, now let me give you an example. Do you put your credit card number on your Facebook page, your social media for everyone to see? Of course not. So why would you give it to a website for age verification, for this KYC garbage that they just lose it? What if your kids, to go on a kid's site, let's say this is for kids, say teenagers, preteens, what have you, and they put their information on there, what happens when it leaks? Did you protect your children? Absolutely not. You did just the opposite. Now, all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have to protect our privacy. And this is going to touch on that digital Bill of Rights playlist that I'm making. Our right to privacy is something that protects everything. Now, there was a judicial decision, I can't remember the name of the case, where it was said, for all intents and purposes, that the founding fathers missed the pertinence of privacy. Now, what does that all mean? In order for you to exercise your freedom of speech, your basically every right, freedom of the press. Some people say the Second Amendment protects the First Amendment, and that they all interact, and I agree with that. That's why the amendments are there. More importantly, rights also are responsibilities. One second. That's crazy section. Okay. Rights are responsibilities. You have a responsibility to exercise your right. And one could argue that that applies to all amendments. I'm just going to leave that there because of a certain amendment that is getting pushed out of the United States slowly but surely. Now, in addition, what about your right to protest? You have a right to your beliefs. You need to keep them private, or else the government you don't like is going to use them against you. These are things that people no longer realize, and I've noticed this. This stuff is no longer ingrained in people. This is extremely important. Now, it's not just the UK. There are also states that require all this. And they convince the populace to protect the children, because that's the latest one. Some of them is to stop the terrorists. Now, that started after 9/11. And, yes, I lost people from that. But I do realize, despite having lost people that I knew, some people I would just see in the city on a regular basis, and they died. I remember I went with a friend of mine, I looked at the wall, I was like, oh, I know him. Oh, wait, I knew him. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's da-da-da. Oh, you knew him too? And da-da-da-da. Yeah. So it strikes home to me, this stuff. But I'm not saying, oh, we'll stop the terrorists by stopping privacy. Furthest from it. Let's say I want to look into a particular organization because I think they might be in my neighborhood. Are you guys going to flag me for it? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me wind this up by saying, appreciate the pertinence of privacy. Know your rights and exercise those rights, because when you have the right to something, you have a responsibility to that right, And the way you demonstrate the responsibility to that right is to use that right. All right, everyone, if you watch to the end, please type down below, know your rights. And some of you are singing that song, which I can't even imitate because of the rules on YouTube, but I love that song too. So yes, type in know your rights in the comments, please. Please comment your thoughts on these concepts. Please like this video. Please share it with your friends. We're up to 1,400 people. Welcome, new folks, because crypto is more than just crypto go up. It's so much more than that. Okay. Oh, yes. And if you're new here, please subscribe and hit that bell. Ding. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you took the time out of your day to watch. And remember, stick it to the man, not to each other. Please.